Happy Wednesday morning, everybody. I thought I would just sit right on the couch instead of constantly roaming the property. There's the legend. Louie's in the house. All right, then. So, on Coffee with Kenny today, had a nice man see me yesterday, and he was surprised to see me. And he said to me, "Oh my God, Kenny Wallace," started talking. Very nice man, very nice man. But he said something to me that kind of shocked me. He said, "I want to let you know, because of your hair operation, I got one too." And I told him, I said, there are some race car drivers in the NASCAR Cup Series, not now, but in the past, that came to me. "Don't say anything, Herman. Herman, don't you say anything. Where'd you get your hair done?" And anyway, I told that man, I said, so many people so afraid of their life, just don't want nobody to know anything about them, because people have grown up afraid of being made fun of. Me, I've been like that my whole life. I don't care. Hey, Joan Rivers said it best. I'm going to put it in quotes right now. Never be afraid to make fun of yourself. After all, you might be missing out on the best joke of the century. "Hey, Wallace, show me your hair." So, But I got a big ass scar from ear to ear. They scalp me, literally scalp me. And then they take those individual hairs and retransplant them. So you've all heard it by now, right? You all heard it by now. Told Schrader, so we was drinking beer one night. Shit, I got my hair done 20 years ago. I told Schrader, and he looked at me, and he did like this. He's looking at me, and we're drinking, a couple beers, and he goes, "And that's all you got? You should have spent $30,000. So anyway, all right, that's I just thought that was funny, and I brought it up because that man came out, and that's very rare. That's the reason. So anyway, don't be afraid of your own self, everybody. That's my message this morning. Don't be afraid of yourself. And if people make fun of you, tell them to go themselves. Notice how I didn't say the word? You like me more now? Hey, I like Wallace more now. He didn't cuss. He just told me to tell them people to go themselves. I'm good at beeping myself out. Okay. An odd subject this morning that I'm going to tell you, but I don't know why I'm going to tell it to you, but I just remembered it. In life, when you're in school, and nobody likes the teachers for the most part, okay? I know there's some mature kids out there. There's some kids that, most everybody graduates school at 18 years old, high school. There are some kids, Louie, really? All right, rated R. If every man could do that himself. Louie the legend. So in school, there were some mature kids that graduated, they, 18, 19, basically going on 40. A lot of mature kids back in my day, But students, I would say around the 6th, 7th grade, maybe 13 to 14 years old, students loved to not like the teacher. So the parents were the bad guys. The parents are the bad people. The teachers are the bad people. Your boss is a bad person. Well, there's a technique that I learned it years ago. Filbert Martasi, my car owner, he confided in me one day. He said to unite that team. Remember that red dog car I drove? Well, Filbert was an Italian, and he was a tough guy. But he told me his strategy sometimes was to make up fake arguments with the team. And he wanted the whole team to get mad at him because he said psychologically it made the whole team be closer. In other words, let's say you had 6 crew members. So all the crew members would say, I don't like Filbert, and then they would all be together. Hey, all 6 crew members like, let's go to lunch together, and they would unite. It would unite a team, right? So that the car owner on purpose would piss the whole team off, and then the whole team would be mad at the car owner. And he was tough enough that he thought it was awesome that they were all mad at him because they all got together and then we'd win. I see this with one of our old managers, Tony LaRusso at the Cardinals. Hey, there was a theory that a lot of people didn't like him in the clubhouse, like Steve Klein. Steve Klein was one of our pitchers, and there's a picture of Steve Klein out in the bullpen, flipping Tony LaRusso off. And then our local newspaper got a hold of it and put it on the front page of the paper the next day. And then Tony LaRusso had a talk with Klein. But there are some managers that manage with strength, knowing all along that it brings the players together to be mad at the manager. Our manager, but later on in life, they're all like, well, he made me better. He was my school teacher, my manager, they were tougher on me. So anyway, do you have anybody that leads you like that? Respond right here. So far this morning, we have 2 subjects. Number 1, have you had a hair operation? Or it don't even got to be that. Have you done anything about yourself and you're afraid to tell people because you think they'll make fun of you? Number 2, do you have a boss or do you know somebody in leadership that on purpose, makes you mad, makes the whole team mad so they unite? Well, all right. I think that's all I got this morning. I do have a third one. I was watching a TV show 2 nights ago, and they said and I wasn't so sure about it. They said young kids like watching YouTube because they like to see. So like the Kenny Wallace show or Kenny Conversation. Respond right here, and I'll probably do a poll later today on X. Do you like watching a show, seeing the people, or do you do podcasts? So you got 2 choices. Do you like listening and you don't care about seeing? Do you like listening? Okay. Do you like podcast? Or do you like watching a YouTube show? Or both? All right, everybody, just like that. We hit 9 minutes. Have the best Wednesday ever.